I'm excited.
Right, man. Holy shit.
Do you know what we do have to talk about as well that we haven't talked about this year was the street racing.
Yeah, man.
Good year in street racing, isn't it?
I mean,
Turns out
do you
you're
reckon?
really good at it. Yeah, whoa.
That's crazy because we talked about it like on the last pod. I just came from a third place in Guanajuato and we talked here in the pod, and then after that it was Genova and I went there and I won that one, so it was pretty insane. And that was like kind of the cherry on the top of the cake, like as well with like I also like giving back to the team to give me the opportunity, but I also like to proving myself like that, like, you know what I mean, like I deserve the spot in the team, and like, you know what I mean, like just it was just really nice to like achieve that for the team as well, and for myself.
Yeah.
And it was like really good like redemption from last year, because I crashed last year in Genova, so yeah, it was insane, man. Like crazy.
Huge race to win.
Yeah, it was, and like apart from Juanfer, like all the big names were there, like Slavic was there, like Mini was there, like everyone was there. So, and like they all like had like good runs. It's like not like someone crashed or something. Like Slavic crashed in qualis, but in finals he like had like he's done like the best run he could, and yeah, it was pretty cool to come on
some
top.
of my personal highlights from this podcast this past year have been this story. Like when you came on, and then the announcement that you signed there, and then seeing you win that race, and you could see like how much it meant to you when you did your interview after, and you were like, words, just kind of in tears. I was just like, fuck, holy shit, this is a lot. This is amazing.
Insane. Like I'm sure like you guys had like something to do with it as well, you know what I mean? Because like when
we don't want any money.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I'm not giving you any money. I think the thank you is enough, no? But like, I'm sure like, gotta thank you guys, because I'm sure like obviously BK saw like that, and when he crashed, it was fresh on his memory, like my name for sure, like, because he just seen like the pod, and like I was probably the first person to come into his mind because of the pod. Like,
I think you're giving us too much credit there, I'll be honest. But
we'll take it. But yeah, you say.
So
I don't think so, but yeah.
The street race win, what bike was it on as well?
So yeah, I went like pretty much full enduro, the Pivot Firebird.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Yeah.
See, that's really cool as well, because you're moving to a factory team and then you're actually doing stuff on like not just the race bike, you're also doing it on part of the rest of the range, which is like not every rider can do that. They can't offer like I guess an angle marketing wise where you use other bikes. That's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. No, yeah, like it was pretty good there. Like I knew the track and I knew I needed an enduro bike, so like Bernard managed to get me one built for that race. I did want to put a double crown in the front.
Okay.
And then managed like not putting one.
Did we talk about what the ultimate street race bike was when we were last on? And it is literally that bike, isn't it? It's a 180. 180?
180 in the front, 180 in the front, 180, 170 in the front.
But with double crown.
Yeah. I ended up not going for the double crown.
Yeah.
And it, like for that track, he just worked it. Yeah, perfect. I did some laps at Dovey as my training. Just went to the
stairs to the cafe, or
yeah, pretty much. Just rode there, like got some kind of setup, and like just tweaked, like pretty much the setup I got there. It was why I raced it there, and like the bike just felt perfect. I was really worried about it though. I was really like puzzling, like before riding, like maybe I do really need like a double crown. But then Slavic wins everything with a single crown.
Yeah.
So, but like as soon as I got into it and rode it, the bike was just like so good, like through the stairs, everything. And I was scared like on the shark things with like a single crown, like might like be a bit like, you know, like don't give me like the confidence, but yeah, it was fine. And yeah, the bike just was a beast, a weapon. And like because it was like a lot of people were putting loads away as well. Like I think the guy that came in third Laurent, he had like 3 kilos strapped to his bike.
Right.
I managed to, because I took both bikes. I took the downhill bike, and just in case, like if I didn't feel comfortable with the enduro bike, I was just gonna get the downhill bike, because our bike is quite light, so it pedals really well, so it wouldn't be too bad. But like because I felt all good, so I took the weight of my downhill bike and put on the enduro bike, so I had like a kilo under, which helps on the long straights. But because it was so light, I could like just twist, and like, you know, like on the tight stuff I was just so good, because I made all my time at the bottom where it was like really twisty, and like you had to be like really agile with it. And I think like I bet it was to do with like also how light the bike was.
It's such a fast track, eh?
It's crazy.
Like,
You were out of that one, right?
Yeah. I went out just to watch, actually. It was really cool. But obviously the only ones I've been to have been building the track. So you become really like, you know exactly what the track is. Whereas coming there just kind of with the same eyes that you guys arrive with, the races arrive with, just like turning up and it's there.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, some of the sections were so fast. Like,
it was crazy. Like, I think like I had loads, like some bits were quite sketch as well. Like people are losing their rear end on features and stuff like that. But in the end, it was all good.
Couldn't have gone better.
No, it was,
Couldn't.
yeah.
Did your brother get second?
Huh?
Did your brother get second or third? No.
No,
he was leading for a while, weren't he? I think.
Fourth or fifth, I think.
Yeah, he was leading for a
fifth,
while.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was crazy because it would start raining in quali, like dripping, and in my head I was like, because I looked at the forecast and it said it was gonna rain by finals. I was like, surely if it rains they're gonna cancel this, so I need to like try a bit harder in qualis. So I kind of went for it, but like saved a bit, and I went like first in qualis, and I was like, oh, that's good. Like I was really happy and stoked. But Slavic had crashed, so obviously he was like the biggest threat because he's like he won there last year.
Yeah.
And then as I was warming up at the top, so I knew like I had it. I knew like I could win and I was gonna do it. I was just not sure about Slavic. And then I could watch his run at the top. And when I watched his whole run, and when I saw his time was slower than my time in qualis, I knew like, then when I saw that, I was like, I got this and I'm going to win this. And like, that's it. Like, it's just crazy, isn't it? Like, it's just that confidence thing. Like, as soon as I saw his time, I knew I was going to win.
Is a track like that more kind of, how do you put it? Like you can, I don't even know how to put it. I feel like there's more variables on a downhill track.
Oh,
as far as roots and rocks and things moving. Whereas with that, are you relatively confident that if you ride at that pace, you're going to get to the bottom and everything's cool? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I get, like pretty much. It's just like finding how hard to push, like, because obviously those straights, you can go as fast as you want, but like how strong are you to go as fast as you want and then hold that pace all the way down? So you can really overcook yourself at the top, and then obviously all those corners have a limit as well to like to hit it.
Yeah, and you got to break in on nothing. There's
Breaking
no sort of
points,
feedback. It's like breaking just, in a car park.
Yeah.
You can't work out like.
One thing that was really cool about Genova is like the straight races normally doesn't have any lines, so like it's like one line, and we had like a section where like, I don't know if we were the first ones or not. I think it was Pivot Firebird, I think. They had like a line just before the plaza like gap, like there you jump off.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Like
I know exactly what you mean.
Looks like a container or
staircase
something.
with flower bed.
You had like a staircase and a right hander.
Yeah, you got
and
inside.
you could you could like hop into this curb with dirt, and then it's probably like a meter and a half like drop into nothing, and then into like this wide of like wood jump.
Yeah.
And like me, my brother, and a few others did that line, and it was quite similar, but I think that like I'm sure mine was faster. Like the persons that got that line good, it was definitely faster.
It's a Brazilian landing strip, dude. It's quicker.
I tried with my brother
That's good.
in like practice, and he did the inside line, but he was doing so good. Like he was doing like really, really good. So I followed, like did the normal line, and he like just got me. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I need to be on that line. And like I think in quali was the first time I hit it with speed. And then I was a bit unsure in quali, and then in finals I got it like so good. It was like ridiculous. But again, it's all like about like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have much time to try and to see it.
Yeah.
It could go on it so wrong as well. It could like try to hit it too fast and just overcooked, but luckily it worked out perfect because it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And if you look at the splits times as well, the fastest through that section was me and my brother. I was first and Douglas was second.
Right.
So which proves like that line was, but it was cool that to have the option as well.
Yeah.
Because then makes the riders think and makes it more interesting. Because normally it's like one line.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like almost the thing that you like about street racing is that the track doesn't change. And then the thing that potentially got you an advantage was the one bit of track that is like a flower bed.
But I really like that in downhill, like the different type of line.
Yeah.
I don't like the actual track changing, you know, like that is not changing. That line will be there every run, but you have like another option. Where
like a
in
corner
downhill,
disappearing is-
where in downhill, like you might have a hole there, like in one run, and you might have like 5 holes there in the next run. You know what I mean? You might have a corner there. That corner might not be there anymore. Like it's that kind of stuff that is really hard in downhill because it's changing. Like the line options, I really like because I feel like I'm really creative with my lines and I find some really good lines. So I really like the line choice bit of it.
I'm interested actually, that line, was that better because it was a shorter distance or was it better because you got better exit speed?
I think both.
Yeah.
I think the exit is quite the same. Like you had to like hit it really. The problem is like as you dropped off, it was a big drop into like flat. But like so you had to get the drop really and in the right angle as well because potentially you were not doing that tight corner. You were just like kind of using the bank into it. So yeah, to do well you had to like jump like that drop really fast and then get the exit speed really good. So yeah, exit was like definitely like really, really important in there. And that's why I think why I made that line slower was the exit speed.
Yeah.
But the way we hit it, I think it was faster because we were super committed off the drop. But to do that, you had to like be pretty much mental because it was like a big drop.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I heard that you'd opened up that line. I went up there because I hadn't even thought of it, you know.
Yeah.
The track, I looked at it, but I hadn't even thought of it.
Yeah. And it was a big drop, wasn't it? Like the drop.
Yeah.
It was like just
this tall just onto. Was it onto concrete or planks?
Yeah, into concrete and then into the plank. Like the plank was just straight after.
Yeah.
But then the plank was like this wide, so like if you could easily miss the plank.
Yeah.
I think one of the riders did that line in the finals and like were on the edge of the plank.
Yeah.
So you had to be like super precise.
It's interesting street race lines as well because like you always have like visual cues on a downhill track, like you see the curves of a turn from when tyres have gone down it before, and there's just obviously none of that. There's like bits of concrete pointing in completely different directions. You almost can't see the line as much.
Yeah, and totally
I think
blind, I guess, if it's round a building.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you can't see through trees and stuff.
Totally.
Should we do some listener questions?
Let's do it. I'm just finding them now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do some listener questions.
How many we got?
There is.
We got loads. Brilliant.
There is some.
We've actually got loads. Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah,
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so you can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.